There can be a moment of dread when someone asks you a question that is particularly tricky to answer. You don't want to offend them, but you want to uphold the truth. It's something that I've struggled with a lot in my own life. So today I have for you 5 tips for engaging with the tough questions. So tip number 1, loving means listening. So it's really important, I think, just to listen to what the other person has to say. Give them a space where they can share everything that they want to share without feeling judged or like you have an opinion on what they're saying, but just really let them share everything it is that's in their heart that they want to say. It means patiently listening, not waiting for the moment where you can say what you want to say or being distracted. It means sitting there open to being surprised by whatever it is the other might share. As soon as we start to put someone in a box or we think we know what they're going to say, we stop really listening to the person and what it is they want to share with us. Tip number 2 is affirm the struggle. Whether or not you agree with the premises of what someone's struggling with, you can see that they're struggling. There's pain, there's fear, there's anxiety, there's a sense of injustice. Whatever it might be that they're struggling with, just affirm it. Often people don't need an answer. They just need to feel like someone has really received what it is that they are talking about, what it is that they're struggling with, that someone's with them on the journey. I found that people won't so much remember, like the exact words that you said. Getting the exact words right isn't the important thing. They're going to remember how you made them feel. And affirming the pain that they're in goes a long way to doing that. It helps them know that you're not against them. Tip number 3 is to look for the positive intention. I'm not sure there's anyone besides like a total psychopath who is fighting for something that they know is wrong or bad. So everyone's going to be fighting for something that they really believe in, something that's important to them, a value that they hold highly. And our job as the listener, as the person trying to engage with this person on a difficult concept, is to listen for the good that they're trying to uphold. So this might be all kinds of things. It might be love, it might be freedom, it might be justice, it might be life, it might be equality, all different kinds of things. And you can come alongside the person once you've been able to recognize what's the thing that's burning in them. Why are they asking this question? Why are they asking why the church is against this thing or this thing? When you can see that, they're fighting for freedom. They think that, every person should have a choice about what happens with them. Then you can come alongside them and say, well, actually, that's beautiful. I can see the importance of freedom, of personal choice to you. That's actually something that I affirm as well. So being able to find what it is that they value, find the good, and use that as a point of departure for the rest of your conversation. So the 4th tip is open doors, don't close them. Now, you might not win someone over in the first 10 seconds of a conversation, but you can definitely turn them off in the first 10 seconds. Someone that I love watching the way that they keep people that are in disagreement with them engaged in conversation is watching the life of Jesus that we're given in the scriptures. Find over and over again, his number 1 tool is to ask questions. Asking questions means that he's able to go on a journey with the other, figuring out what's going on inside the other, helping them discover what's going on inside them as well. We find that rather than getting bogged down in details and debate, Jesus is always opening up a way for dialogue. And I think that's a real gift of a tool for us as well. Open doors, don't close them. Stay on the journey rather than saying, yeah, the church is against that because of ... You can talk about the beauty of what the church is for. You can come alongside people and explore together rather than going head to head against. Because remember, as I said, people will remember how you made them feel far more than they remember exactly what you said. And tip number 5 is to plant seeds, not trees. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to transplant a tree, but sometimes even just like a tree that's this big has this massive underground root system. And you find that the more and more you're going, it's harder and harder. And that's probably why people don't do it so much. And sometimes I think ideas can be a little bit like that, trying to rip this thing out and insert it into somewhere else. Even if it's got a really healthy root system, it doesn't necessarily take in the new batch of soil, because the soil has to kind of feel like, this is mine, this belongs here. And I find the same kind of thing happens with ideas. We can't take a fully formed tree of an idea, a fully formed idea, and try and transplant it in someone else's mind. Because there'll be all these little key markers for them going, this isn't mine, this isn't me, that doesn't quite sit right. Far more effective is to have patience, to accompany people on the journey, and to plant little seeds one at a time, little rays of truth, beauty, goodness. Just little things that over time can grow and develop. You know you've really succeeded in this when down the track, that person will reflect back to you this profound revelation that they've had, that you actually gave to them as a little seed, months or years earlier. When they think it's come from themselves, that's when you know you've really hit the mark on this one. So there's 5 tips for you. Loving means listening. Affirm the struggle. Look for the positive intention. Open doors, don't close them. And plant seeds, not trees. Remember, it's all about love. We're called to love and to be love in the world.